Hey, it's the Empire. Don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon for more videos. We taking over. Let's go, champ. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's go.
Hey, it's the Empire. Geoboxing Empire. Back to boxing. Nah, man. This whole negotiation to Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua thing is still going on, man. And it's getting emotionally stressful. I don't know if this fight's going to happen, but it looks like to me that Deontay Wilder is going to have to make a wall of dead bodies to get to Anthony Joshua, man. He's going to have to cross the ocean to get to Anthony Joshua. Now, man, crazy thing is, it's wild when you have to basically break the record for the like one, passing Rocky Marciano's record of the most bodies on your record. You know what I mean? Now, Rocky Marciano's record infamously is 49-0, right? Deontay Wilder has 40 wins, 39 knockouts. He's basically there, man. I mean, it's to the point now where Deontay Wilder's got some of these bodies on his record. It's almost historic at this point, man. It's almost historic at this point. And yeah, I mean, by the time he fights the Anthony Joshua, he might have made history at that time if he doesn't fight him right away, but having the most bodies on his record to get to a unification fight. I mean, one guy defending his belt to get, if he gets past 45-0, still maintain that knockout ratio, it's that's when it gets a little scary. You know what I mean? I mean, he's just crossing the Atlantic Ocean with these bodies lined up, man. His body count was so large, you can see that body count from outer space. How big do you want the wall, man? You got 40 bodies on your record, man. And the worst part is, man, it's like an apocalypse out there, man. It's an apocalypse. I mean, Wilder don't care. He'll go for any bum off the street. He'll go for the teacher, the cab driver. I mean, it don't matter. And the thing is, you need those people. They drive the economy, man. They drive an economy. You know? Soon, man. By the time Deontay Wilder gets to Anthony Joshua, man, the UK is gonna be havoc done. It's gonna be no civilization left. It's gonna look like a zombie apocalypse. It's gonna be, bones everywhere, starvation, and the rich and the elite, man, they're gonna be hiding out. That's Anthony Joshua. He's the elite. He's gonna be in the basement somewhere living that life. Deontay Wilder's gonna take out everyone. He's gonna take everyone out. It's just gonna be AJ left. Maybe a couple fans talking about how he's still the A side. It's not gonna matter when no civilization's left, man. Wilder's just gonna keep taking anyone out. Deontay Wilder's a savage, man. He don't care. I mean, he said many times how he wants bodies on his record. He really wants to catch a body out here. He's not playing. He's like, yeah, I want to end the next guy. I mean, he talked about it a couple times how he wants to kill a couple people. He really wants to kill Stavern. And we see how he almost killed him. I mean, Stavern was out. You see when you said to Tyson Fury, he said, "You come fight me in this ring, but if you come fight me, I will baptize you, man. Baptize you. You understand that means? Like when you get baptized, that's a spiritual transformation, man. That's not even getting killed. It's not that simple anymore. I mean, it's so bad, you going to a whole nother realm. Whoa. Crazy stuff, man. Deontay Wilder isn't playing. He's mentally in another world. He's trying to take anyone and everyone out. If you don't give him what he wants, he's gonna just wreak havoc on the world, man. On the general population. That's worse. People will talk about Wilder fight nobodies, but that's economic damage, man. How they say in the world there's overpopulation, man. But Deontay Wilder, he's taking care of that, man. There's no overpopulation, you know. Deontay Wilder, man, he's catching these bodies, man. He's talking about baptizing these people, man. He's talking about building bodies, man, breaking records. He already talked about how he's gonna pass Rocky Marciano's record, man. And the way it's looking, man, I mean, if he doesn't fight Anthony Joshua immediately, no one could really tell me that he can't get some more bodies on his record. He can't build that wall bigger, Soon in the Guinness Book of World Records, Deontay Wilder is gonna have, the biggest wall in the world. It's gonna be bigger than the Great Wall of China. It's gonna be the biggest wall in the world. You're gonna see it from outer space. It's gonna be a tour attraction. You know? Wow. And it's gonna be in bronze too. It's gonna have Ortiz on the ground. It's gonna have him bronzed out, you know, unconscious. It's gonna have Bermain Stavern on the ground, bronzed out, unconscious. It's gonna have everyone bronzed out on the ground, unconscious. Someone's gonna be running away. You know Wilder. The guy's wild, man. It don't even look like it looks like a horror movie. This wild swinging, hitting you in the back of the head, hitting you in the face, hitting you in the body. And you're just like, oh my God, what is he doing? It's like a natural disaster, man. Wilder comes in the ring. It's a natural disaster. It makes no sense. It's chaotic. It's hell, man. It's hell. So expect Wilder to keep raining havoc on everyone, man. Expect him to keep on raining terror on the general population. If you don't get this fight, Anthony Joshua, you know, people they gonna think it's playing, man. They gonna think it's funny. Believe me, man. Deontay Wilder will most likely catch a body, you know, and when he does, they're gonna, you know, the government will step in and be like, oh man, this nigga caught a body. we gonna have to put some restrictions on this guy. We gonna have to watch him. He's too violent. He's a public threat. He needs to be detained. He needs to be controlled. We need to make his gloves bigger. We need to make the ring bigger. You know? Put some more safety precautions in the ring, because this guy, he don't care. We need to put this guy on a leash. He's too powerful. His knockout ratio is too much. Anyone who steps in goes to sleep. He's a threat. He's a threat. That's what they're doing right now, man, and that's what will happen very soon. I mean, I'm willing to bet anybody like $1,000 that Deontay Wilder will most likely kill someone in his career. I mean, I'll be honest with you, and maybe not right away, but he might knock someone out into a coma. The guy may not wake up, you know, either or, you know, but he hits too hard, and the guys he's fighting, I mean, some of them are just nobodies. Even if there are somebody, Deontay Wilder, he's a freak of nature, man. Something I never seen before. Just no technique, just straight brute power. I mean, some people talk about talent. Some people talk about talent and skill, and you can't pit Wilder in that equation. That's not talent. It's not talent. Looks like a talent. You know, when you see someone have a talent, you can see it right away. Like, wow, that guy has a talent. You wouldn't know Deontay Wilder has a talent to hit someone and they're unconscious, and it doesn't look like he's trying. It's genetics, man. This guy is born for this. It's genetics. This guy's born for this. He's born to put people to sleep. Built this wall. Deontay Wilder, man, you know, people should be afraid, man. You know, he's coming to a city near you. You know, Deontay Wilder, man, most likely he'll be fighting in the UK very soon, man. He already did everything he can in America. He already fought in New York. You know, I mean, he basically fought in the major city capitals. I'm pretty sure he's gonna fight in Vegas soon. You know, at this point of his career, he's gonna be traveling foreign. And when he travels foreign, there's a difference between fighting the best in the world and fighting the best in someone's country. And when he does fight someone that's the best in their country, they're not going to stack up to the best in the world. So they're most likely going to get hurt very bad and probably get stopped for good. You know, that's what's going to happen. You know, it's not really funny, but, you know, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. You know, usually what happens is when you go to someone's hometown, people want to see that hometown guy fight the best in their hometown to sell tickets. So it's only likely that you're going to fight someone in your hometown or someone that's known, a local guy. You know, that local guy doesn't know what he's getting into. There's so much negative publicity on Deontay Wilder, they almost take it as a joke. You know, you can call it the Mayweather effect, where they call him pillow puncher and, you know, runner so much, when he actually sits there and does what you don't think he can do. It's shocking. You know, look at Canelo Alvarez versus Mayweather. People really thought, I know Canelo mentally thought in his mind that I'm going to box this guy and I'm going to come forward on this guy. And then when Mayweather stood his ground and fought him, he just didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to do. And for the most part, same thing with Deontay Wilder, man. He stood there and he boxed Luis Ortiz. You know, he wasn't using too much movement. For the most part, he stood there and he banged with Luis Ortiz. It was basically his straight right versus Ortiz straight left. And Ortiz, you know, shockingly, he got caught first. You know, these are the kind of people that they're the kind of people that when you underestimate their skill, that's where you get stopped at. You get stopped, you lose at where you think their biggest weakness was. Everyone kept talking about how Ortiz was gonna outbox him and do so much, but the fact of the matter is, even if Ortiz was outboxing him, the fact is, when it's the difference between landing pity pat punches and landing something solid enough to hurt your opponent, right? So the thing is, the first one who really got hurt in that fight was Luis Ortiz. It wasn't Deontay Wilder. If Ortiz's boxing was so good, he would be able to hurt Deontay Wilder first, but he was never able to hurt him first. He hurt him eventually, but the fact of the matter is, Deontay Wilder boxing skill is so advanced that he actually hurt him before he hurt Ortiz before Ortiz was able to hurt him, right? So that you should think about that, you know, because people, they want to down the guy so bad. In the end, you doubting that guy, your favorite fighter might doubt him as well. And when that guy doubts him as well, he's gonna be content with his abilities, and he's basically gonna overlook the other guy and his abilities because he's like, oh well, you know, I can box better than him, so I'm gonna box him. And then shockingly enough, the first solid punch lands was from a guy who couldn't box, which shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. If you're outboxing a guy, you should be able to land something solid enough to hurt him. Ortiz was not able to do that in the beginning of the fight. He was outboxing him, but he didn't land anything significant. So those are shoe shine punches. Those are hitting, moving, you know, pity pat punches from a distance. They weren't really solid punches land. Like I said, Deontay Wilder landed that first punch first. So the biggest thing is, man, you know, these bodies are racking up, man. They're racking up. And the UK might look third world by the time Deontay Wilder is done with it, man. It's gonna look third world, man. He's gonna just tear it all apart. He's not gonna be nobody left. I mean, I don't know, man. You know, if Deontay Wilder fights Dillian White first, I'm not sure he's gonna win that fight. But if he does beat Dillian White, which is a pretty good chance, I'm pretty sure more obstacles will be thrown in Deontay Wilder's way in the UK. And the thing is, it sounds good and all, but by the time everything's all said and done, you know, even if Anthony Joshua may win or whatever, there's going to be a lot of bodies in the UK, man. A lot of bodies floating around. A lot of bodies. Too many bodies. This doesn't need to happen. This fight needs to happen. Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua needs to happen. Or there's going to be chaos. Let me know how you guys feel about it. Like, comment, subscribe. This is The Empire. Geoboxing Empire. Peace. Geoboxing Empire. Peace. Geoboxing.